Now, two-ply, quilted, extra tough, extra long, patterned, embossed. Now, I'm not talking about him. We're talking about toilet paper.
Same thing.
But what about sustainability?
Yeah, in America alone, a country that accounts for around 20% of all global consumption, barely a third of the paper that's sold there comes from recycled sources.
Most of it comes from virgin wood pulp, which threatens forest areas worldwide with deforestation. In fact, World Wildlife Foundation say toilet paper production wipes out around 27,000 trees per day. That is almost 9 million trees per year.
I find that astonishing. Well, one company that says its products offer a sustainable solution to the problem is the UK-based firm Panda. It takes unused bamboo that is destined for the rubbish tip and it turns it instead into biodegradable baby wipes and other products.
Its co-founder Julie Chen joins us now. And Julie, it's lovely to meet you. Let's talk about the product first of all, because it's interesting this, isn't it? I didn't realise that you could make paper out of bamboo. What made you first realise that?
So I grew up in China. We used lots of bamboo when I was young. So I always liked the idea of having my business that can create impact. So I had this idea of creating a range of products using bamboo under the brand name called Panda. But we didn't actually do anything until 3 years ago. I went back to China to visit my parents with my partner, and we decided to investigate this idea. So we went to a city in west part of China where it's surrounded by bamboo, and what we learned is bamboo can be used to create a lot of different things, tissue, wipes, textile, but there's so much bamboo there, only 10% are used, 90% were still surplus. So what we saw is, why are we cutting down trees when we have such a wonderful resource that we are not using? So that's really why we decided to launch this business, because it was a no-brainer for us.
The very definition of toilet paper is that it is designed to be thrown away, and yet so much that is made around the world still comes from virgin pulp, not recycled. And some firms have tried to do it, some of the big established ones, and we're just not buying it. Why not? Why is it such a problem?
I think sometimes it's not easy for people to make a change. Change is always sometimes people think it's easy, but actually when implementing it, whether it's individual or company, it's actually harder than you thought. But what we're trying to do is encourage a positive change, using something more sustainable, better for the environment, better for your health as well.
So you're bringing products from China. Does that mean that you're not exposed to Brexit in the same way as other toilet paper companies have been touted as being? I mean, I know in this country there's been a big kind of push towards some people hoarding toilet paper ahead of the possibility of leaving the EU with no deal.
We have a French company, so to deal with European customers, we can trade under the French company, so there's really no difference to us. Because the container we import from China, it goes directly to Europe and then distribute in Europe.
And how worried are you about China and the reputation it has over, concerns about sustainability, about factory conditions in China? How worried are you about those concerns?
I think China has changed a lot, which I'm very proud. The past few years, we see good changes. So China stopped receiving waste from other countries and implementing changes to get rid of old machines that cause massive environmental problem, and spend a lot of money to put new machine in place. I saw our factory, for example, they generate their own electricity using the steam processing bamboo, and also the wastewater after treatment is more clean than the water in the river.
Can I ask you about wet wipes as well? Because it's a huge problem, particularly in cities as well, that we think that you can flush them down the toilet and then the authorities will discover a huge wodge of them stuck in sewers and pipes and all that sort of thing, because they're just not biodegradable. What, you make wet wipes, I know. Are they biodegradable? Do they break down? What should we be doing with them?
So I think people should not confuse biodegradable and flushable. So biodegradable, for example, Panda wet wipe is made from 100% bamboo. It biodegrades in 3 weeks, and it can be composted at home in 3 weeks.
Okay.
But with we want to advise people to flush this because it doesn't break down as fast as tissue. So tissue should never be flushed down to toilets or into sewer system. It can be composted at home, but it shouldn't be flushed.
Can you just throw it in the bin, or do you put it in the recycling?
You put in the compost bin or compost.
What if you don't have a compost bin? What would you do with it?
You put it in. Some counties now have compost bags for recycling, so you can ask collect that from library and put the wipes in the compost bags.
It's really interesting, and thank you for sort of a clear definition, because so many people are confused by what you can and can't recycle, what you can and can't flush. So Julie, it's good to see you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Julie Chen, thank you so much.